Well, good evening, everybody. We are excited tonight because we are in the oldest city in the United States, and also, in our opinion, one of the most beautiful places in the United States. This is a city that we absolutely love coming to. It's been, what, a year? 2 years actually since we've been here, and we love coming to St. Augustine, Florida. That's the city gates that you see behind us. Now we're going to be showing you some things around this city. If you've never been here, you've been cheated. You owe it to yourself to come to St. Augustine. We are glad to be back. Right now we're going to start this video off with a walking tour of St. George Street. This is a very historic street that you get some of the old shops, a lot of the souvenir shops and things like that. There's some excellent eateries down St. George Street. But this is the home of many wonderful things to see. Behind me over here is the Castillo de San Marcos fort. It's a Spanish fort. And this city was founded in September of 1565. Before the United States was a country and before Florida was a state, Pedro Menendez founded St. Augustine. So we're excited to be here tonight. Okay, folks, we're going to begin our tour of St. George Street. We're probably going to have to break this up into 2 days because we haven't eaten yet. I want to show you right now the Castillo de San Marcos fort, Spanish battle fort. Also built, I'll have to check the dates on that. I will find that out. So, anyway, we're getting ready to head down St. George Street now. This is the walking district of St. Augustine. A lot of nice shops. This is basically Florida's Gatlinburg, isn't it? With a Spanish feel to it.
Historic feel too.
Yes. In fact, they have a lot of the same shops. Right here we see a Pepper Palace. But there's just something about being in St. Augustine. I miss being here. Here's the St. George restaurant. We've never eaten there. We also, I will let you know this, we are talking about and possibly planning to come back at Christmas time for the Nights of Lights Festival. We've done that a couple of times, and that's really nice. So, they have a Kilwins. Actually, I think there's another one on down the street at the other end too. You basically just walk this road, or this street here, until you come to the City Park Square. So, right here is the oldest wooden schoolhouse in the United States. I'm going to step back here. You're fine. People trying to be nice and polite. That's okay. There's no way to record here and not get people, so we know that. Oldest wooden schoolhouse in the United States. You can actually tour that. Over here you can actually get tickets to a lot of different things. Private tours, attractions, history tours. Right here, if you ever want you some Dole soft serve, like the pineapple cones, you can get them right there. Yes, we have. So let's step over here into this little area. I'm not really sure what's over here, a water wheel. A lot of little side streets to be watching down them. You got St. Augustine Bath and Candle here. You got sculptured art down that street. So right now we're just walking. I may go in some stores, or we will be, I'm sure, but right now I'm just giving you a walk-in tour. Stuff here. So they have homemade Spanish pottery here, back in there. This vintage clothing, they got a lot of nice souvenir t-shirts. A couple of good t-shirt places. So I'm just mentioning things as I go from memory. St. Augustine Seafood Company. That's another one I think we mentioned last time we were here, possibly trying, and we haven't yet. Down here in the courtyard, there's some shops, t-shirt shops, souvenir shops back in there. But again, you see the Spanish architecture at work here. You see it's just got a Spanish feel to it. Whetstone chocolates.
There's like little plaques and signs and stuff that'll kind of give you some historical information.
This one is the Salcedo House, or Salcedo, former home of Jorge Biaso. I'm not trying to mispronounce the names, I'm trying to get it right. I'm not sure how some of these are pronounced, but here's a little bit of information. Very historic. This is probably the most, I don't know, I won't say the most. There's a lot of historic places in our country. St. Augustine, Williamsburg. Those are the two that come to mind now, but this is a place worth visiting. Now my mom loves this Spanish bakery and their bread. You have to go back through here to get to it. It's kind of a trick to find it open sometimes. We've been here several times and it's closed, like right now. They open at 11 in the morning, but you can go in there and get soups, fresh bread, and other baked goods just in that little building back there. Panama Hat Company.
Here's another historic house. So it looks like they've got like a, I guess like a museum inside there.
Okay. And every time I see anything with University of Florida, I have to say go Vols. Ben's Soft Pretzels. And Mimi's Famous Crepes. Some of these things I don't remember. I wonder if some of those are new. Yeah, I remember seeing that. It's not to say they weren't there, I just don't remember it. I would get it, man.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. You don't hate them. That's all I know. It's just like good.
So it's founded by the Spanish.
So is that what that is in there?
I think it's where that was.
Flagler College. Let's go in this shirt. Everything in this store we've been here is Flagler College oriented. Oh, that's right. All right, okay.
Hello, welcome in.
Hey.
Snake.
Huh?
He's got a big old snake there.
Oh, cool. Here's a guy, I'm sure he wants to be paid, but he's got snakes down there he'll let you hold. I might do that a little later. Chauncey, for the video.
Wait, is that a bunch of them on that tub?
Yeah, for the video. You did it in Cozumel. We weren't making videos then.
They're not even moving.
That white one's not, but maybe they're not real. I think they are real. Okay, we were trying to determine if they were even real, but they are moving just very slowly. You want to go hold one?
Maybe another day.
Why? For the champ. I can put the title Shaughnessy Wrestles a Snake. She ain't gonna do it, folks. Won't take one for the team. I would, but I'm holding the camera. Actually, we have held snakes. We did that in Cozumel, if you remember.
I do. Yeah. That's always the
Now, I see a place up here I like. They got the gourmet popsicles. They got all kinds of exotic flavors of popsicles. And here in Florida, that's a good thing. The Florida Cracker Cafe. And I'll go ahead and give you a little hint. Sometimes you can find parking right in behind the Florida Cracker. There's a small lot. If you're trying the fort and it's full, you just simply go down, what is it, Charlotte Street and Kuna Street, and there is a little parking lot. You can see it right back through there. That's where we usually park, actually, but we're at the fort right now because we wanted to start at the city gate. So here we got a little souvenir shop, shells, hats, starfish. Also, behind the Florida Cracker there's a public restroom if you need to know where a public restroom's at. There is one back in there. Shopaholic Boutique. We've been in this store. This store is kind of a little bittersweet for us. In 2019, we were down here. You've heard us talk about our little Yorkie Pierre. When we were down here, he had 2 weeks left to live, and we didn't know it. And we were in here dressing him up in an Uncle Sam outfit because it was 4th of July.
Yeah.
So, anyway. It's back in here. You got a water bowl out here for your pets. Inside there. Here's another water bowl for the dogs or people with low standards. So if you love your dog and you want some slippers, sportswear, Bills, Yankees, Cardinals, Eagles, Redskins, Patriots, Cowboys. In fact, are there harnesses on?
Yeah, he's got it on.
I believe these came from here, didn't they?
Yeah, Rovier's did.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll get through that mesh or not. He's got a little tropical harness on. That was purchased here back, what, about 2019. We actually bought them that. And is it Bruno not wearing his?
He.
These are the ones I
That's
like.
the one he had.
Listen, it has a cat on it too.
And this is the famous St. Augustine location of the Columbia Restaurant. We did eat there one time.
We did. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful, I'll give it that. Whatever kind of bottled water they served us that night, and that's going to sound fancy, the best water I've ever drunk. Really good, it's like it was just really pure. Remember that? I think I got a sample platter of some different Spanish foods. So down here's a Cuban restaurant, another ice cream place. There's another back street back there too, but this is the main one. There are shops there too though. You don't want to miss that other street. I'm trying to remember what it's called. If you're into medieval torture,
To the 7 o'clock magic show. Scratch that 6 o'clock show.
now right here's a neat little place. St. George's Row. This is indoors, which is very nice during the hottest days. It's air conditioned in there. It's first place. I don't know if you can see that t-shirt right there in the window or not with the glare. Trying to get the glare off of that.
There it is.
There it is. I bought it there a couple years ago. So let's walk down St. George's Road right quick. It's actually this magnet store right here. No picture taking allowed with cell phones, cameras, or videos, so stand out here and do it instead. Try and let people know their business is here. Anyway, magnet store. It's a pretty good store. Shark Shack sunglasses and Father Time, all kinds of neat looking clocks in there. They are closed. Let's just be back in 10 minutes. They're not closed for the day, they're just closed for the moment. Look at those clocks, man. So it looks like they got a lot of swords and knives and things in there. And sunglasses. Some really nice looking artwork. Blue whale. This is the Sea Blast Bath and Body and Clothing. A few shirts, soaps, scrubs. Back out here on St. George, got Earthbound Trading Company. What? They got one of those in Gatlinburg. What is that again? Clothing and bags and stuff? I've never seen that in Gatlinburg. Here's the Five and Dime General Store. I think I like that store, but let me go in and refresh my memory. Okay, I'm going to have to do a voiceover as we go into the Five and Dime General Store, because at the very front of the store the music was playing very loud, and that's really all you're going to hear. You can't even hear what we're saying, so I'm just going to point out a few features. This is a nice little souvenir shop. They've got a variety of things. They've got pharmaceuticals, refreshments, a discount t-shirt rack that you see right there, many other t-shirts. They got sunglasses. I'm going to show a shirt here on the right that I really liked and almost got, but it was just a little bit more than I was willing to pay for it. It's a beautiful picture of the Bridge of Lions, which is the historic bridge that crosses Matanzas Bay from the historic part of St. Augustine to the mainland. There it is on the wall. And once we get to the back of the store, it's better. But right here, I did have to do a voiceover. But there's that shirt that I really liked. Beautiful shot. And here are the mini magnets that you can get. And we actually have bought several right here. We have on the refrigerator at home. We have this one, and this one. And that's one of the things we do. We collect magnets from pretty much anywhere new that we go. We have this one. That's it.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We don't have that one, or we do?
No, I think we have that one too. But anyway, basically, you can't see our refrigerator except for the handle because it's covered in magnets. So. All right, here you got the world's most famous taffy. Wow. Let's go. Are they not open now? Oh, okay. I see open up there. So taco shop, Old City Souvenirs. That's a great souvenir store there as well. I like that one. There's a lot of good variety of shirts. Kernel poppers. They got a lot of varieties of popcorn in there. Did we get some? Just kind of an idea. Flavors of popcorn. I see key lime, raspberry, banana, orange, Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper, cheese, various cheese ones, sweet tarts. So I want to tell you all about a marvelous place. It's called Pizza Time. What I love about this place is you can go get pizza by the slice and you have multiple selections to choose from. Probably, maybe going to be a review here tomorrow. I sense that there might be, but this is some great pizza.
Their garlic rolls are amazing.
Their garlic rolls are amazing, and they were rated at one point number 2 in the United States. And I'm not going to argue with them on that.
Oh, here's the garlic knots.
Right behind me. I'm just going to show you all the garlic knots here, folks. If I can get in there to that. Yeah, there's the garlic knots. Those are pretty amazing. This is a great place if you're getting hungry and want pizza. In fact, this is about the only pizza in St. Augustine that I can really... I'm just going to stand out here and give you a sample. We'll do another review tomorrow. But they're labeled and all kinds of different options. You can try as many as you want. Now, they have the signs labeling each one. Chauncey had a neat little experience in Buffalo, New York.
They were not labeled.
We were up there a couple of times, and you know, New Yorkers can be a little short with their patience, and this guy was no exception. But what was funny is we were going up there, our son's with us, and he said, let's get us a pizza place. He says, I hope we get one of these rude Italians. Well, I don't know if this guy was Italian, but we got the rude part right. So Shaunacy's going around. It was a display just like that, but they weren't labeled what they were.
So I'm asking.
So she's asking. Finally, about the third question, she goes, what is it that you want, lady? You know, so,
excuse me.
So I kind of suggested to him, I said, you know, there's a place in Florida that has enough sense to put signs in front of them. Maybe if y'all did that, people wouldn't have to ask so many questions. But anyway, hold on, I missed some stores right here. These are some of the best stores. It's a Souvenir City gift shop. But seriously, go in Pizza Time if you're here. That needs to be one of your meals. We have other plans tonight, but we are going to probably get something there tomorrow. So you got some really good, that's Souvenir City there. You got Pirates Paradise, another great store. Beach Access gift shop. I think those are the ones that I missed. So we might step into a few of those. We only paid for 2 hours parking. Here's a World of Flags and Sports. It's basically a flag store. You can get some sports memorabilia as well. Here is 1565 Trading Company, obviously in reference to the year St. Augustine was founded. Looks like they got lines of clothing, fishing gear, like that shirt there with fish. Various St. Augustine shirts. Looks like a neat store to go in. We only paid for an hour or 2 hours of parking, so we're basically going to go back tonight and then go out to eat at a place that I'm looking forward to trying. Here's the other Killings on St. George. There's one at the beginning by the city gates, and there's another one down here at this end. Now up here is a really, here's another historic house, Pena Peck House. Now up here, it's kind of strange. This is one of my favorite shops on St. George Street. It's the Shell Shop. In here is the biggest collection of seashells I think I've ever seen. I'm gonna go through here. People's got to see this one. All kinds of nautical things in here. See what I mean? Right here.
This is where we got the fish that we have over the sofa and the platform.
Here, play that for us. That can be our new intro if you get it down right. Now, I got that on tape or camera. Not tape anymore, but anyway, we're going to go in the Shell Shop here. I love this store.
Stay right here.
Huh?
That's a little embarrassing.
Yeah, why do you have to tear something up everywhere we go? That little girl's playing it for 10 minutes and you come over at one time and it's gone. Okay, well the Shell Shop, I would have shown you more, but I was asked not to record in there. And the lady was nice. She said it's not us, it's the owner. But just in case the owner sees this, we're doing this to promote your business, and the business is along St. George. So we're not stealing ideas on recording. We're basically trying to let people know what's here. And that's one of my favorite shops here, but they don't allow you to record in it, so that's why I didn't show you more of it. So anyway.
But if you ever come, you still would like the store?
I was going to cut out the whole thing just because of that, but then I'd had to cut out where she'd dropped that thing on the ground. That was just too funny. So we're gonna have to leave that in. So anyway, it is what it is. And we have just about reached the end of St. George Street, and it ends up here in the city park, which I will say, if you come during the Nights of Lights Festival, City Park is pretty glamorous, isn't it? Many, many lights. So here's another place where you walk inside and walk down the hall. This is the Heritage Walk, 24 unique shops. I think we're going to walk down there.
In New York. Yeah. Yeah, it's not big, I think. Yeah.
Turvis Tumbler Store.
Centro. No, sigamos, no importa.
If you like those tropical shirts, loose fitting shirts, I wear those down here. Don't really wear them any other time, but we got some nice ones. There's one I want to go in there and look at. So pretty nice design. That's a colorful one there with a bird on it.
Yeah, it is.
Otis. Here's your hot sauces from around the world. Cool Breeze, and they feature, looks like Hershey's ice creams and Italian ice and soft serve. Frozen chocolate dipped key lime pie. If you've never had one of those, you need to get you one. Yes, they are. Just trying to kind of give you a little bit of a glimpse of each store.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Another store with some swords in it. What is that one? It's called the Outpost. So if you're into pirates, there's your store right there. Pirate themed store. Only in St. Augustine here. So here's Mythical Mountain. What is that? Is that like a nostalgic store or something? Or? Okay. Old time portraits. They need a couple more of those in Gatlinburg, don't they?
Yeah. Like you can actually get like ship things.
Oh yeah, as opposed to like in Gatlinburg, it's mostly saloon syndrome. They may have some mountain ones too. Pirate ship. Families in there doing that now. I like this store last time I was in it, the Soft Shirt Paradise. Although smaller than it used to be, did it not? Used to kind of go on that way.
Where the Pirates clothing store was.
Oh, okay, so it's something else now you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the end of the, what is this, Heritage?
There you go.
I think so.
Here's Fifi's Secret Pet Boutique. So if you're one of these that dresses your dogs up, we put shirts on ours once in a while, but sweaters when it's cold, but this is a little bit more than...
Like the little pink bag, they got little stuff Yorkie with the little sunglasses. See the pink bag?
Yeah.
And those little dresses.
Yeah, that's a little bit. I think this is maybe that they moved over here, 'cause that's the kind of stuff they had. Some of those you got in the sun, they change colors.
Yeah.
And,
They were really
stuff like
soft.
that. Yeah, you lay the shirt across that thing there and see how it changes colors, I guess. They just moved the location. Like that one there, that white St. Augustine shirt. I think that's one of them, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
It colors up. So I guess that replicates when it goes out in the sun, right?
Yeah, and I don't know if your body heat does it too. Or
Okay, we are pretty much at the end of St. George Street now. I'll show you a little bit of the City Park Square. You can book your Old Town trolley tours right here in this little building. I think there's other spots too, aren't there? Aren't there other spots where you can get your trolley tours tickets too?
There was a place down in the beginning for it, and then there's also one down the street from where we're staying.
What? That's some kind of basilica, isn't it? I think from the front of it, it is.
I think so.
I'm not sure what it's called yet, but we are now looking at Flagler College. And again, this Flagler College and even Flagler County, which this is not Flagler County, this is St. Johns County, but Flagler County south of here, it was named after Henry Flagler. So that is the Cathedral Basilica. That's, I thought it was called something like that. I'll try to get a little better view. This is the city park. Again, at Christmas time, this is pretty nice.
Yes, it is.
Here at the other end of the park, there's a few more specialty shops down there, boutique. On the street towards the bay, there's several more shops. Now right here, this little cannon has a lot of memories. We took many pictures of our pets there every year when we still had Pierre. He was small. We could stuff him inside the barrel there and he'd pose for a picture, put Revere on top of it. We have many pictures right here at this cannon.
We do.
Including the last time Pierre was here with us in 2019. That was we lost him 2 weeks after we got home. We didn't know how sick he really was, but anyhow, beautiful park here. So we're going to walk back up St. George now, maybe feature another shop or two, and then we're going to head back and get a shower and go eat. I'm going to show you this directory really quickly that tells you a lot of the historic spots. There's a map.
Yeah, it's got the names of each, the civic and historic places, the numbers, and it shows like where we're at, and then if there's something you particularly want to see, you know how
that
far
is
to
located
go.
right here at the end of St. George Street, just inside the city park. We start up here and move down. Push around and stuff. All things to see here. Now, straight up there, you can't see it very well now, but that is the Bridge of Lions. That is a beautiful historic bridge that goes across Matanzas Bay from St. Augustine Old Town to St. Augustine, the more modern part.
Yep.
So, I'm going to show you a lot better views of that. A person would be a criminal to make a video on St. Augustine and not show you the Bridge of Lions.
Oh, yeah.
To me, it's the centerpiece of the city. But that is it there. It's called that because there are two marble lions at the end of it. I will be showing you those as well. We're going to do a bayfront walk tonight and go out on the Bridge of Lions. So more of that in another video. And again, there's a lot of little side streets off of St. George that lead to other things as well. So I think down there that intersects Charlotte Street, if I remember correctly. There's a few things on Charlotte Street to see. We're going to step inside a couple of the stores here and just hopefully let you see a little bit of what they got before I get told not to record. So this is the, what is this, a Souvenir City? Yeah, Souvenir City. Outside they got hats and kids' headwear. Let's do it this way. Souvenir City, resort wear, hats, sunglasses, sandals, jewelry, art, and much more. So we're going to show you the store this way. good in here. Okay, we're going to go in the beach access gift shop now. Looks like more of the same type of stuff, shirts. Alright, now we're going to go on another one, Old City Souvenirs. Again, a lot of good little souvenir stores on this stretch of street here. Interesting shirt here. There is a resemblance there. So where we've been in Sarasota has been right about down here, and now we're up here. Coming back up, I want to show you this side of the Columbia restaurant, Spanish gem of restaurants since 1905. I will say that is a beautiful restaurant on the inside. And this is Hippolyta Street, or Hippolyta. There's a couple more Manly Toys and Hobby Shop. I don't know what's in there. We're going to try to check that out tomorrow. So, sorry, stepped on her foot. Looks like a seafood place, Old Clam Shack Seafood, Manly Toys and Hobbies, and several other things down there. So I see a little replica of the buoy at Key West. We've actually had our picture made at that buoy in Key West. This is one just like it. I think you're 90 miles to Cuba from that point. I showed y'all the Florida Cracker earlier, but I just now noticed it's also Savannah Sweets. They got some pretty good looking stuff right there.
That looks good.
Yes, it does.
I bet you that's
Red
good
velvet
too.
fudge, cool mint chocolate, kind of looks like a York peppermint patty in a way, it's square. Chocolate caramel sea salt, orange cream. Looks like they might have some pretty good stuff in there. We're heading back to our vehicle now. We are parked over here at the fort. I was going to tell you about the great free parking after 5 o'clock now, but they have now extended their charging hours to 9 o'clock. So I'm not sure when you get free parking now, but used to anytime after 5 you could park free. But you can see way out there in the distance the lighthouse. That's actually across the bridge. And we're going to show you a few more things tomorrow and include that in this video. So anyway, you can see the lighthouse out there. There's the fort. So again, walking back to our vehicle, we are actually on A1A now, a block away from St. George Street. We were fortunate enough to find a parking spot at the fort. Parking is at a premium there usually.
Yes, it is.
So we usually utilize the little small parking area, and I'll tell you where it's at just for your information. If you see the white lion there, that white building, there's a street called Charlotte Street. You turn down that, and then you take another right. I think it's Cuna Street, C-U-N-A. And there's a little parking parking area. But right behind the Florida Cracker is a smaller parking lot that sometimes you can find something. We hope you enjoyed this tour and walkthrough of historic St. George Street in beautiful St. Augustine, Florida, the nation's oldest city. At this point, I'm going to also add some clips of the 2 historic cemeteries that are in downtown St. Augustine. We did not initially record these when we did the walkthrough, but these are from another day, in fact, the day that we left. I wanted to include them in this video. At the conclusion of this video, please watch also our walk along the St. Augustine Bayfront in the evening and at night. I think you will be amazed at the beauty of this city. And on the back street here, there's also, this is Cordova Street. There's also Spanish Street, which is 1 block off of St. George. You got a lot of little inns like bed and breakfast. And I want to go back over here and show you the cemetery. That it was dark last night. Don't know if that came in very well, but there are 2 town cemeteries here with some very, very old burial places. Some of those have been there for a long, long time. I don't know if I'm actually holding it through a gate here because it's locked. So, don't know if I can zoom up enough to get a date on that one or not. There is a plaque on it. And apparently it's open the third Saturday of each month for 3 hours. I think there are maybe some tours. I'm not sure about that. I think a lady was giving a tour last night when we were here, but here's a little history on it. Okay, so the other cemetery right here is right by the city gate. Let this trolley go by. By the way, you can ride around on a trolley if you want to see the town that way. I'll let you see that. So here are the city gates. This is the entrance to St. George Street. Over there is the Castillo de San Marcos battle fort, Spanish fort. And here is the other cemetery. And that one, he passed away in 1881. I imagine there's a lot of older ones than that here. Probably, I'm going to guess some date back to 1700s. I don't know. I've never actually walked in it. Born 1818 to 1879. This is called the Huguenot Cemetery. There's a pretty interesting history on them as well. Now, I'm assuming there's times you can go in there because it says, please do not touch or disturb grave sites. Wouldn't be any point in having that sign if there's not times you're allowed to go in. Right now the gate is locked. So I'm not sure what the situation there is or when. This is an interesting one here. Apparently there are two people and they both died within 2 weeks of each other in the same year. And they were obviously related, same last name. Actually, 3 people. The grass is red on the third one. This place is just full of history, folks. I don't know of anywhere you can go and get any more history or as much except for maybe Williamsburg or somewhere like that, or Washington, D.C. maybe. Other than that, this is a place you just got to see. Over there, they got a Ripley's Believe It or Not museum. They have those in various areas of the country. Gatlinburg, St. Augustine, Orlando. I think maybe Branson may have one. Okay, folks, we're back on the road now. We're actually still in St. Augustine, heading out. We're headed now to Brunswick, Georgia to meet some friends of ours for lunch. So we got about it's an hour and 45 minutes. We're going to take the scenic route along A1A, so it's going to be a little bit further or longer. We want to see a little bit more of the ocean. We're not ready to give it up just yet. So we're going to cross over to Volano Beach and drive north on A1A as far as Jacksonville Beach. Then we're going to cut across and get the interstate. So well, this has been a quick week.
Vacation week's always the fastest week of the year.
It seems like it. It's like when I think back to going down to Atlanta, certain details of that trip seem like it's been a long time, but the anticipation and getting prepared to leave that day just seems like it was just yesterday. It seems like, in one sense, it seems like it's been a while. In another sense, it seems like it just went by really fast. So we're both out of the picture. So let me turn it on you since you're behind the wheel, and I'll just lean. Okay. Somehow zoomed up again. All right. So we wanted to give you our final thoughts on St. Augustine. This video is just a miscellaneous clip, or clips from around town. We went out to the Bridge of Lions. We walked St. George Street, showed you some of the cemeteries, just some various things. There's so much more here to see and do than what we showed you. That's why we talked it over. We think we want to come back for the Lights Festival. So we've done that before, really enjoyed it, but we maybe come back for a little bit longer stay this time.
Yeah.
We usually only do maybe 2 nights at St. Augustine at most, and I think we're going to look at maybe 4 or 5 nights, just so we can do more stuff.
Yeah, because usually when we come to St. Augustine, it's after our siesta key vacation, and it's just like, yeah, we're not ready to go home, so we'll come stay 2 nights before heading home. So yeah, we thought we'd just come stay a little longer, enjoy the area more.
So what was your highlight of, well, we're talking about St. Augustine now, so what was your highlight of the St. Augustine trip?
I just like being here, because like when we were talking last night when we were on the Bridge of Lions, there's just like a historic feel to the place.
You feel like you're in history.
Yeah. I kind of like how it used to be a little bit more. We were also talking about this last night as it was getting dark. Used to things would kind of close up, you know, between 6 and 8 o'clock. The street was more quiet.
I wish it was still that way.
Last night, what was it, 10 o'clock? I mean, you can hear the music playing. The streets are crowded. It was like totally different.
It's a lot more of a party atmosphere at night now.
Yeah.
Because we were amazed. The parking here's a nightmare.
Yes.
And it used to be bad up until like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and then it started kind of backing off. Now there are people still coming uptown looking for parking spaces last night after 10 o'clock.
Yes.
And it's because of all the bars and just the party atmosphere. A lot more of that, like she said, the loud music. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, I mean, I still love it here. You know,
absolutely.
Like when we were on the bridge, just standing there looking. I love looking at, you know, large bodies of water like that, and just watching the boats, and just the bridge is beautiful. Looking at the city, love that. Super hot this trip, which it's like anything you did, you were immediately soaking with sweat. But I really liked when we visited the Fountain of Youth. And I did much better with the lighthouse this time as far as being out there on the little observation area.
Yeah, last time. I wish we had a video of that.
Climbing was a little bit different. That kind of makes me dizzy going around like that. But the whole trip was really good. We had good meals. The weather, did it even rain any? It didn't rain yesterday. Did it rain the day before? Before we got here.
But in St. Augustine, it rained coming up through Flagler Beach. I don't know if St. Augustine actually got it.
Yeah, we didn't encounter any rain here, which, you know, we do a lot of times. So I had a really good trip. It was really good. Like I said, you know, we got to do some fun things, good meals, you know, wonderful time spent together. So.
I don't really have anything to, there's where I don't really have anything to add to that. Just that this is a place you've got to see. If you've never been to St. Augustine, you need to see it one time. I think if you see it once, you'll want to see it again.
Yeah.
I love it. The beauty, this is scenic beauty, history, good shops, good eating. You're close to the beach. I'm not sure what else you could want. Just a beautiful city. I would highly recommend it. And we're gonna, Lord willing, we're gonna be doing a lot more videos here in December when we come back. So until then, thank y'all for watching this video. If you would, like and subscribe.
And find us on Facebook.
Have a blessed day.